In your country we say bonjour, but in my country we say,
Bonjour,
how's
Aki.
it, Raphael? How's it going?
I'm very good. Vous allez bien ce matin? Tout va bien?
Tout va bien.
Good morning.
No,
Good
we
morning.
say
Thank you
how's
very
it.
much.
Say how's it.
How's it?
How's it.
How's it?
You
What
see
does
how
it
they will
mean here?
respond. Say how's it.
How's it? Very good.
That's how we say bonjour in our country.
Oh, how's it, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Aki, we need to meet after so you can explain me with more details what you mean here. How? But I know, I just arrived here yesterday afternoon, lunchtime. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here, meeting you. It was a very nice first day. And very nice to see on the far region where we cannot be every quarter, how active, passionate, and full of idea we found our colleagues, partners, customers, and thank you very much for being here this morning. You have seen the very first introduction video where we saw the pictures of Steve Jobs, Tim Berners-Lee, Muhammad Ali. Those people change their heart, their activity, and the world. SAP is in the middle of the big changes that companies are doing on what we can call, and we hear this hard word, digitalization, new economy, new models. Of course, we should not forget what SAP is contributing here. We are the leader of this economy, as you know. 70% of the global transactions are made with SAP solutions. But the big value, the big expertise the customers are expecting from SAP is how IT is evolving and what IT will allow to do. Don't we see today a full new IT world where every kid is holding an iPhone, where we have connected music station at home? Companies want also to see their IT system progressing the same way to design and build the future as we all know it will be. We will live in a connected world, not only at home. The companies will work and use different components that will create the value they give and sell to their customers. Intelligent object, Facebook of machine, robots, new manufacturing process, all those new elements are defining a new kind of IT where the supply chain, the relation between companies and their customer will be faster, a lot of more efficient, a lot of more IT and network dependent, and they will build the network of collaboration between the processes in the companies and between companies. The old model of what we call today system of records, very easily, data, process, output. People information, human resource application, payrolls, customer and products, invoicing system, billing and quote-to-cash application. This is installed, working very good, taking more and more advantages of the modern system of communication, but they will be impacted by what we call the system of intelligence. What is the intelligence in the IT? This is the new gold. We do not focus on the processes, sorry. The value and the gold is in the data. Now that the company installed those system of record and are today able to deliver their running application, they are creating the intelligent layer, the comfort layer, the layer that will improve interaction, loyalty, and value creation with customer and their ecosystem. This is what at SAP we will capitalize, grow, and share. It's not only on the economic level that we can impact the customers and the way we behave with them. It's to understand how to add a new layer of intelligence based on our new category of solution that we put together in a new division called Leonardo. Until now, Leonardo was the word for the IoT. Good. We have been starting, we have been learning, we have been interacting with customers, we will see some customer, and we have learned a very important thing. The very important thing in the IoT is that in the future, every application will be able to collect data from any kind of appropriate device able to bring an appropriate data to this process. So everything will be IoT. Value is, what do we do with this gold that will be the data collected from the customer? CEO of the companies and the most important managing consulting are seeing this new disruption in front of us with different words. The feeling of being in front of a deep change is not only on vendor side. Company CEO, when they are asked by Forbes Insight, said, we will be facing more challenging, impacting our long-term life in the 3 next years that we had to beat with on the 50 past years. This is now. This is for more than 80% of the company, and this is global, including Africa and including all the continents where SAP is operated. And when we ask them, have you started something? Are you happy of what you did? Do you know where to start? And what will make your company more competitive, more unique, and more value creation for your ecosystem, your customer, your employees, and your shareholders? They say, we started, we tested that, but we are not happy. This is why Leonardo is not only a technological value proposition, but will also embed services, design thinking, and working with our full partner channel to bring a full long-time livable solution. As I told you, we are launching since exactly 2 weeks ago during Sapphire this new organization, but we started already some 2 years ago, and we have some nice story where we learned a lot. We learned a lot with a company in Italy called Italia. You probably heard this example, right? What is very interesting is that we made this company. This is the railway transportation company in Italy that was facing a major financial, customer relation, and technological problem. Yearly maintenance cost was 800 million euro a year, and I'm talking only about public numbers, of course. And end of the year, average cost was around 1.3 billion euro every year. $500 million of non-budgeted cost of maintenance. That's a problem. These are their locomotives. Each of those is equipped with 235 sensors. So here, please understand me at the second level. I'm not here only to tell you what we at SAP did and what we delivered. I am also for that, of course. But to imagine, it's the theme and the main word I see here, imagining, what a new world we can do when we connect to sensor, we capture data, and we change the world that we are addressing here. We're talking about train maintenance system. System of record is existing, was existing, and will be the same. Collecting train information, spare parts, stocks, and making that work together. How can you use the data collected to have the intelligence to understand what may have a weakness, what we should go and control before it fails in order to streamline the maintenance, to decrease the cost of the maintenance, and ultimately to improve, and it has been highly improving, the customer relation and the way to operate the company. Ultimately, it works. It works very well, and up to 10% of the maintenance cost has been gained with this approach. It's a very, very strong first example. We started more than 2 years ago on the very new, at that time, Leonardo team, And it's really laying on our three key pillars that we put together: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT. Collecting data, understanding the data, creating the pattern, and using what we heard and learned and understood from the human specialists, of course, to put them on intelligent machine to work even when people are busy somewhere else. Then embedding that, thanks to APIs, in mobile moving systems in the trains connected to a cloud application. And converting that in an easy to use with natural language and different very advanced using tools. Putting all that together is the big thing we put on the Leonardo we announced. We have, of course, as I said, IoT, we have machine learning, but we have all SAP data-centric technologies. And of course, human experience is what we will consider to feed those systems with the rules, the experience, and the capacity to make people work better, deliver more quality, to improve customer relation and service brought by each company when using those systems. This is the new Leonardo, and I will describe now another customer on another system that's very different, and this is the second layer ID here. It's a company in Netherlands called Aliander. They are producing electricity with wind farms in all around the territory, and they are the leader in Netherlands. They also had an asset management question, but very different. Why? You can imagine the cost of one locomotive, and that a locomotive, you can bring it in a garage to operate the maintenance in a one point, then it's going back. Those guys had another problem. They wanted to know how, from one office, being able to monitor the full installation of wind farm in order to be able to understand what is good and not good, what we need to do and what is ready, and what is ongoing as reparation and maintenance. This is a control center we had to install, and they are not moving assets. The big cost here is human cost to send someone and correct the problem in the appropriate place and arriving with appropriate material and hardware or equipment to correct the failure. We have technologies called digital twins at SAP that are very powerful. I will not show you anything here today because we have to choose what we put in a presentation, but I will be happy to send you some nice videos allowing those kind of companies that are managing widespread assets that cannot move and that you need to monitor for from one point. We have fantastic solution based again in data collected from the assets, intelligent layer to aggregate and make comparison and benchmark of how operation or rate of transformation of wind and electricity are operating to send the signals on where you have to check what may be not perfect. So in this Leonardo, new Leonardo, we call it Leonardo, but it's the new Leonardo, we put all those things, but we put also a process. What we learn is that those systems show a repeatability on the way people are expressing their need, the problems, their expectation, whatever we call it, and what they expect from SAP to deliver a solution. We talked already about the technology that we mixed all together, but we also had to create and organize our teams in a way to bring from ideation to delivery the step of creating a concept, validating the model of delivery, and co-innovate together in a way that is satisfying for the customers. Of course, as you know, at SAP, it has been announced several years ago, we want to be the cloud company running on HANA. All those technologies are running on SAP Cloud Platform, which is the HANA Cloud that you know, but they have been also made to be available on the most important third parties cloud architecture that are and can be whether Google, Amazon, and more, since very few time with the Cloud Foundry edition. Let's take another example here, not too very recent example, to focus on the process and the environment of one specific customer. I'm talking here about the German pharmaceutical company called Bayer, who made a kind of competition between vendors, asking vendors on different processes, how can you help me to improve my employees' productivity? SAP has been addressing the complexity, the employee's eye to interact and find the appropriate information and processes and status on the procurement system that was existing, that is existing, that will still existing. Again, system of record, IT1. We have been working and we have been developing a chatbot for this system, allowing a very easy way to request in natural language, highly increasing the capacity of the employees at Bayer to express what they want and to receive the answer, with no need to understand which system, which subsystem, which people to call. It was taken into consideration and delivered by this intelligent system. When we do that, we help a customer, we improve a system of record. We also can do that to any other application existing and adding this second layer. And this is all the story of the new Leonardo. What we can add with data intelligence experience and system to existing ERPs type of LOBs at our customer. Any application means also not only customers' application, but also SAP application. Let me give you an example. You probably know Fieldglass, right? Our cloud-based application to interact, hire, and follow service people working on project on the company. What have we done here? We have taken from the different Fieldglass system all the mission data that we have made anonymous first and aggregated together. What is this intelligence and this unique feature that will arrive very soon in the solution? The Fieldglass system will still work and deliver the same service to our users, but it will be able also now to give a real-time benchmarking of cost of salaries, time off, time on, time of transportation, and to always be able to navigate in a map of knowledge where any company will be able to say and to consider, yes, but here and here I have some specific reason to be different. But also to identify, why should that be 10% more expensive? Why should we be 25% longer in delivery time than the usual people that are working on those systems? The real-time benchmarking is a very strong delivery of those cloud-based intelligent applications, and we do that also for our solutions. This is the benchmarking I was talking about, okay? This process that we want to do for SAP, for our customer, as I said it before, it's something that we want to be able to do it at SAP with our teams, and we are building dedicated teams in each of our operation areas, Africa, EMEA, and global, of course, with people that will have specific profiles in the sales, in the pre-sales, in the support, and also in the value engineering. But we also are doing that with our partner. And we are launching a very important partner program that's very, very first days. We plan to launch it strongly this summer to hire, select, enable, and embark those partners to scale up and be ready at a wider scale in any place to deliver those new type of data management. And as I said before, what we see is not only to deliver new intelligent application, but it's to address what you see here and that you all know now. It's the digital core when SAP help company, as you know, run better, and that we want now to win together the new challenge of data value and the new goal in the companies. We want to be able to help our customer to innovate not as a separate process, innovate by integrating their existing system with this new layer of intelligence, and more of all, and yesterday someone showed me an article that has been, I think, in LinkedIn, when we have been criticized a lot on the Leonardo concept, what is it inside, is it an empty? You know, very few companies in the world can imagine what is innovation in multinational companies like SAP does. Not only SAP, but I believe we are less than 10 companies who understand the challenge of delivering value in those complex worlds that are the large companies. In a large company, you do not take 2 students, give them 2 computers, and give them a week to deliver a value. They will do brilliant job, and they will deliver a concept. We did that since years. The challenge we have all together is to imagine where the innovation can be, to stick them to existing IT, and to show and operate the scalability for those new things, impact, and deliver the value at an enterprise scale. And this, everybody can say whatever, but very few imagine the complexity and the processes we need to do in trust, in depth, over time with our customer and channel, and this is the scale and third layer we should not forget. How will we operate to progress on this from a go-to-market, for example, I would say, point of view? First, from the middle ball, the software, we will touch all our existing application, LOB's application, with all our data-centric new technologies. Very important is that we will have an industry-centric approach. We have already selected, it's not in my presentation here, but I'm happy to talk about that later. We have started to select some industries and some processes based, of course, of first interaction with customers, and we have created the first services packages. And we will, like that, create packages of services and solutions that we are calling accelerators for each industry. And those will be delivered and proposed to our customer on a fixed price, fixed time of delivery, and operated by experts at SAP that are already today being enabled and prepared to that. Remember something, we have a very, very important humility when we do that. We learn every day. But we learn with confidence because we know that we turn back to our colleagues, ecosystem, and customers. We are able to talk to 350,000 companies that are together delivering 70% of what the world is consuming from companies of any type. We may not know everything. We have the capacity to learn together, and we have already delivered fantastic results in a lot of companies. For example, in this automotive company or motorbike company called Harley-Davidson, we have been working on their manufacturing and production system from order to delivery. In this very, very famous brand, customers or people that want to buy a machine have the capacity to define and choose among a very, very wide number of options, colors, size, and whatever. The time of producing was highly impacted We had a fantastic cycle with them, it was a year ago, and the time to produce this unique machine for one unique customer has been impacted, going from a lot of days to few hours, and it's one of our very happy customer base in the UK. Sticking that to all our technologies, taking this series of new applications in Leonardo need also to be scaled up to be able to talk to customers, as you have seen in Europe, in America, in Southern Europe, hopefully very soon in Africa. And we need to have a system, sustainable system, to help us and to leverage this course. You remember in Q3 last year, we announced a very important plan on investment on what was called Leonardo IoT last year, and it's now followed by what I'm presenting, and it was including a very important part, the creation of SAP Leonardo Innovation Centers. That was called ICN before, and we are expanding those physical centers where we will have all the equipment coming from SAP, from our partners, to receive customers, to meet them and to work with them and to prototype during those design thinkings. And we are very happy to announce the 4 next opening that will be New York, Bangalore, Paris, and Sao Paulo very soon, on the 3 next months, and that will be followed by a series of 5 more. We will have more than 25 centers before end of next year everywhere in the world. We already have 6 of them, I think, so we are going very fast. There will be places where we will meet customers because we need to work with them, that we will open the door to our partners because we want to have a very professional process where we have fixed point of meeting and delivering, and this is what there will be, and hopefully very soon we will have one in Africa and in your country probably. Let's have a view on the video that's showing that. Thank you. So as you have seen, we see a tremendous opportunity today to help you and your customers, and to make the live test of our understanding, our plans. And I would like to finish this session. You have some ladies with a mic. We have few minutes. I will be very happy to take 1, 2, 3 questions. We have 5, 7 minutes. I'm happy to listen from you questions if you have, of course, but any feeling or ideas. And of course, I will try to answer the best I can before leaving you.
That was absolutely amazing. A round of applause for Raphael, please.
Thanks, Happy. Thanks a lot.
So basically, blockchain as a service is what this product is all about.
Exactly. As you know, we did a very important announcement months ago with a very advanced blockchain partner in California.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we do. And for example, just to explain this kind of, a good question, thank you. It was not prepared.
No, I'm trying to get around to it because I see blockchain
this
written all over
example
it.
of addition of intelligence on existing, we have been consulted 2 weeks ago by a government for their tenders, and they are a full SAP house. They have a big problem to manage the bank guarantee of the people sending the tenders. And we are delivering in 2 weeks a beta platform based on blockchain to track the life of each bank guarantee with blockchain certification. That will be a lot of easier, more secure, and decreasing the time of process from several days to few minutes.
Wow.
So yes, this is what we see today.
Okay.
They are not only words.
That's fantastic. I'm sure there must be a question. Please raise your hand. I think this is really a massive breakthrough for this particular product, for SAP. So if you've got a question that you want to ask about this technology, how easy it is to implement, please raise your hands. We've got the ladies walking around with the microphones, and we will get to you and your question in just a second. So I'm just looking around the room. If you have a question, please raise your hands. I love what Hasso Plattner said about this particular new product, because it's really quite a revolutionary product for SAP. He said that he basically describes Leonardo as a toolbox where people can go in and build applications, use tools like machine learning, augmented reality, and IoT, and all of these kind of things, and basically play around with the stuff and build what you want, because it's very customizable. This is the key thing here.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if there is no question, I don't need to stay more on the stage. I'm here until mid-afternoon today, and I'm happy to meet any one of you. Thank you very much for your time. I know you have this tag. You will explain me the rule after. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day, and enjoy your afternoon at Saphila.